Imagine trying to build a skyscraper on a foundation of sand because the higher you go, the faster it collapses. And by giving AI to 7 years old, we aren't giving them a head start but are replacing their concrete foundation of literacy and logic with the shifting sand of digital shortcuts. Whether you are a parent, an educator, or a concerned citizen, this issue hit close to home because every future Malaysia doctor, engineers and leaders is now sitting in a primary school. And ensuring they master basic logic today is the only way to guarantee they aren't outplaced by the very machines we are rushing to give them. Primary schools must ban AI tools because every reliance stunts foundational skills development, compromises child safety through exposure to unregulated content, and replaces denied human creativity with machine-generated shortcuts. To understand the first critical threat, we must apply the first principle of cognitive science, which tells us that the brain is a muscle that requires resistance to grow. The classroom is meant to be a mental gym where children must struggle with spelling, calculation, and problem solving to transfer knowledge from working memory to long-term storage. Research in cognitive development proves that struggle and error corrections are not obstacles to learning, but the mechanisms of learning itself. However, when a student uses AI to instantly generate an answer, they short-circuit this vital process and bypass the effortful encoding required to build neural pathways. We are already seeing these devastating effects of this digital dependency. Reports indicate a shocking 73% decline in handwriting skills among primary pupils who use AI writing assistants regularly, alongside a 2.5 times increase in plagiarism as students learn to copy rather than create. If a child never mentally struggles because an algorithm does the heavy lifting, their cognitive skills atrophy, creating a generation that can access information but cannot think independently. The years between 5 and 11 represent the most neuroplastic period for developing these literacy and numeracy foundations. And once this critical window closes, remediation becomes exponentially more difficult. Beyond the loss of skills, we face an unregulated safety frontier because AI systems operate as black boxes with no oversight comparable to the rigorous vetting we are applying to textbooks. These systems confidently generate hallucinations, presenting false information as absolute fact, which poses a severe risk to young children who lack the critical thinking skills to distinguish truth from AI-generated fictions. A chilling example of this occurred in 2024 when a young Year 5 children in Manchester asked an AI assistant for help with a World War II history project, and the system generated a detailed but entirely fabricated account of battles that never occurred, which the student then submitted as facts. This incident exemplifies systematic problems where AI's confidence is not correlated with accuracy, and young children are developmentally unprepared to challenge such authoritative sounding misinformation. Furthermore, without robust content filters, AI can expose children to age-inappropriate, violent or sexual material through seemingly innocent queries. We are also allowing the exploitations of our children's privacy as their questions and writing samples are harvested as training data for commercial AI systems with minimal transparency or parental consent. Finally, or perhaps most tragic, is the erosion of the human spirit throughout the automation of creativity. Creative development requires a specific sequence: ideations where the original ideas are born, struggle where one wrestles with expressions, iterations where work is refined, and ownerships where a unique voice is found. AI tools effectively short-circuits this entire developmental sequence by replacing productive struggle with the instant gratifications of a click-to-generate interface. When a child asks an AI to draw a dragon or write a poem, We are outsourcing their imaginations and preventing the development of divergent thinking. Because AI systems are trained on aggregate data, they produce average outputs, steering children towards algorithmic conformity and homogenized thinking rather than helping them find their own authentic voice. We risk stunning the creative and intellectual potential of an entire generation, leading to a profound loss of human capital. We stand at a crossroads where we must decide to protect the irreplaceable human capacities that make education meaningful. Yet currently, 41% of schools lack clear guidelines governing AI use. Therefore, I call on parents to immediately establish AI-free zones at home to ensure homework is done with pencil and paper to build true mastery. I urge educators to formally petition school boards to implement a fundamental first policy that prioritizes tactile methods like handwriting and mental arithmetic over digital shortcuts. Let us not wait for policy to catch up. Let us act today to build a generation of independent thinkers rather than dependent users by banning AI in primary schools to give our children the future they deserve. That's all. Thank you.